coming. This is our Bio Queen Unfiltered podcast. I am with two special guests I'm so excited about. My friend Cami Anthony, Ashley Bolden's here too. They are both powerhouses. I feel like our powerhouses right now in Everett, the community of Everett. And I was talking to Ashley earlier about Everett, and I'm just so blown away. And you guys heard this story. I am like a tourist when I go there because so many cool things are happening. And when I see you both on social media, and anyone that's following Ashley and Cami knows what we're seeing on social media with your reels and your partnership. But then also, if you don't follow them, you should follow them. And I think it caught my eye. And when I met with Cami, I asked her, can you guys be on my podcast? Because the energy is there. You can feel the energy. So I'm really happy you're here. Welcome.
Yeah,
welcome.
I'm excited to be here. Let's
Yay.
go.
I want to start right off the bat. Tell me about yourselves, just a little bit about your background really quick. Ashley, where did you come from? Who are you? Let's
Well, where did I come from? Okay, so I'm not from here originally. I'm from Colorado.
Okay.
Grew up in Denver. Denver's about the size of Seattle. I think just right before I moved here, I was living in a small town with like 2,000 people living in it.
Were you rooting for Broncos or Seahawks?
Okay. You know what? So here's the thing. I don't really follow football.
Okay.
But my brother loves the Broncos. My dad loves the Broncos.
I
have loyalty to the Broncos.
There you do.
Okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm still okay with the Seahawks.
Yeah, sure.
It's not my fight.
Yeah. There you go. But go on. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that anymore. No,
anyway, from Colorado, I moved to this area probably about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I started off in the shoreline, came shopping for houses. This is before I got into real estate. With my real estate agent, we saw Everett. Everett was super duper cute. My partner was working at the community college.
Okay.
And it was just like a no-brainer. Like, it'd be great for them to be close to work.
Yeah.
Easy commute.
Okay.
And that's Everett.
So you moved straight into Everett when you got here.
Yeah. So pretty much the whole time.
Yeah. I love it.
Just love the city. I got involved in the community. So like there were like neighborhood groups and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I got involved with that. Got involved with local nonprofits. Recently with the Everett Rotary Club. Yeah. And so doing that, real estate.
You're really involved for sure.
Yeah. So those are the things. Everett Recovery Cafe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what's up. So.
Yep. And you're at Keller Williams in Everett.
Keller Williams.
And how long have you been there?
Almost 9 years. Yeah.
9 years. So and we were talking about that before COVID. You went through it all of that.
Been through it all, I guess. I think that people would say seasoned. I don't know.
You are seasoned, yeah.
Probably. I might need more seasoning, more time in the smoker.
You are the survivor of the fittest because we know in real estate it's hard, and you're still.
So they say.
You're still doing it.
Yeah. So here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Cami, I've known you for a couple years now. I think we met almost 3 years ago, actually, at the Marysville Chamber, and so, tell me about yourself. We've become friends and we meet for coffee now. So yeah.
I'm from here.
Yeah.
I grew up in Marysville and I was born in Everett at the hospital.
Yeah.
So, I've lived most of my life here in the Pacific Northwest. I did a brief stint in Florida in my early 20s, but came back.
Yeah.
And I was actually growing up, and even after I grew up, I was kind of a snob about Everett. I didn't like Everett. Edit that out.
No, that's a great perception. I mean, some people have that about Everett because it's come a long way, to be honest. So yeah.
So so growing up, I thought Everett was kind of like a trashy place.
Yeah.
And really wasn't interested in living there. And then when we were looking for a home, I lived in Seattle for a while. And then when I got pregnant, we moved to Linwood. So we were kind of migrating north to be closer to family. But when we were looking to purchase, Everett was more affordable. And it also had a dual language program in Everett Public Schools, and that I wanted the boys to be a part of. Mm-hmm. And so we found
and that's still ongoing. It's the program.
Ongoing, yeah.
And anyone listening, you are in mortgage. So how long have you been in the lending industry?
So I started at a little credit union in 2015 as an admin, and kind of just, it was kind of sink or swim. I had to learn a lot really quickly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. Just,
And you were at Global and
yeah. So I
other
was
credit
at
unions.
Qualstar for almost 10 years.
Okay.
And they had a really narrow product offering. And I ended up moving to Global Credit Union for a short while. And then recently, this past summer, moved to Motto Mortgage Collective.
And this is your first like brokerage that you're with, not a credit union, it's actual brokerage. So yes, I love it. So I'm going to ask both of you the same question though, because everyone wants to know why you're doing what you're doing, why real estate, why lending. I have had real estate agents on the show before, and I think it just takes a lot of grit in this industry. And so people do act like very curious at how do you survive, in this industry? Like, why did you decide to do it?
Why did I decide to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I mean,
let's see. So before I came here and became a real estate agent, I watched a lot of HGTV.
Yes.
Yeah. Like I literally saw like Tariq El Moussa, like flipping houses or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And like, they would do like Island Hunters or like, what was that one show? Like Property Finders or something like
I was
that.
like a Joanna Gaines.
Yeah.
girl.
But the one where they would like show them like 3 properties and they would pick one? Well,
They still have that.
Yeah, they would do it like Green Lake or whatever.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh man. I was like, I started thinking like, I think I could do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like just kind of weird.
Yeah.
And I started reading some books. And I think particularly about like real estate investing. And I was like, well, maybe I should just go get my real estate license. Like literally it was just kind of like maybe I should just look into this. And so I did and got into it.
Yeah. It seems
That's
like,
it.
yeah.
Just kind of curious, a little bit of fun.
It seems like too, like where you just kind of dropped into as an admin and then you got into it. But it really does like people go into real estate thinking, I can do that. I can go. It could be my side gig. I can be in lending, do some loans, earn some couple bucks, whatever. But it is hard. Like you guys work hard. You have to work hard. I mean, you guys are in sales. You're selling your business. How do you think for you guys? I mean, I'm going to just straight off the bat ask, like from when you started till now, what have you seen that you had to do that you weren't aware of when you first started? Like, what was the biggest lesson?
I don't know, what was the thing I thought that I didn't know that I'd have to do?
Like that you had to go and meet 100 buyers or I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I mean,
because it's evolving all the time. You guys are constantly changing your business structures, right? I would think with social media and things like that. I mean, I feel like right now things are changing. But when you first started and wanted to think that you could do it, what is it that you think the biggest lesson so far has been that you've had to really work hard, right?
Why we don't work hard, okay? You see us having a lot of fun and laughing. Just stop saying that. We don't work hard over here. We're relaxing.
I want to work with you then.
We're laughing. We're having a good time.
Oh my God. I want to work with you. I'm trying to like build you up here. You're like, what are you talking about, girl? We don't work hard. Yeah. I mean, Ashley, to you, do you think like buyers have changed, sellers have changed, right? I mean, it's not as easy as thought. I can do this.
I think so. What I thought I could do is I thought I could flip houses. Like I thought I could, buy real estate. I thought I could renovate it. Right. I didn't really like think too much about working with people.
Yeah.
I didn't really think too much about that. I think probably the hardest thing for me is like sometimes I know clients really want to have something happen, right? Like they want to like buy their house or like, they want to sell their home or whatever. And they, they're very emotionally invested in that outcome. And I think that the thing that I didn't really think about is like how emotional that would be for me to like really like want something for somebody that's not going to happen or to like have to like tell them like, hey, the house that you really loved, you can't get. Like, bro, I was like, it's like to tell someone that their dog died or something, like it's pretty bad, especially when like they really want it. And so like I didn't really like, it's not that I didn't think I would have to do things, but I just didn't realize like how it would feel to like let someone down, or like, have to tell them like, hey, there were like 6 offers and yours didn't get chosen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you didn't really put that emotional tie into that when you first started. Like,
I didn't think much about it. It wasn't even on my radar.
Yeah, that is hard. That's hard. And you too with lending. I mean, you have to tell them you didn't get approved. Must probably be. Have you had that experience?
I approved. No.
And she approves everybody.
Cami approves every loan. If you apply with her, she will let you know her website when we're done. Yes.
Yeah, no, it's hard because people don't have, when they call you, they don't actually have an expectation of what's required, or their expectation is probably not accurate. Mm-hmm. They don't realize what's involved in a mortgage payment. They don't realize how high that payment's going to be, especially if they've never purchased a home before. Yeah. And they don't realize what's required. So
there's a lot of requirements.
Yes. And sometimes it's the first conversation.
It's like exhausting.
We have the first conversation and they're like, oh, I can't do this.
Like for me, I'm not a real estate agent or a lender, but I love that my real estate agent can show me beautiful homes. That's really fun. Yeah. But then when I get to a lender, you guys, a whole list of things that we need and our income, and you guys have a lot of debt, and it's like, oh my God, you bring a lot of bad news sometimes.
It feels really invasive.
Yes, so,
She's like saying it kind of lightly. Look, I want you to know secretly, I tell my clients all the time before they see a lender, I'm all like, dude, it is horrible. Prepare yourself emotionally. You need to give like your kidney and your pinky toe.
My kids.
They're going to ask for unreasonable things. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And then, I just bought a house in Camino, and I thought, I've done this so many times, whatever. I felt like it was like the longest list. It's gotten longer and longer, and the requirements and security. I got to log into these portals and passwords and encrypted things now. It's just crazy. So I feel for you for sure. But you. That's a lot. There's a lot of things going on in the lending world.
The fun thing over here.
Yeah.
We do the fun part most of the time.
Yeah, you do the fun part. Okay, I just wanted to ask that question on that because when you guys were telling me how long you've been in your respective careers, I mean, that's a long time. You did, like I said, you've survived COVID, all these things. And I want to just kind of get also what your thinking was. I wanted to get into this, but what really is one challenge you can name? And I think those are very common challenges for sure. So I want to talk about Everett, though, about the community of Everett. Like I just started off, I feel like it's growing and it's going to grow. And so many cool things are happening in the city of Everett. And I wanted a podcast about Everett. And I've thought about who should I get on here about Everett? And I have the most two perfect people to talk about it because you guys are so into your community. You're so into you're so into everything about Everett. And I, like said, saw that on social media. What is it? What is it that you guys love about this community? Go.
Go. Don't ask me because
I love the coffee shops. I love the waterfront. What?
I mean, all those things are great.
Yeah.
But I also think Everett has really good people.
Yeah.
Our neighbors in Everett are fantastic. But even just people, I feel like people will yell random compliments out of their cars, my shoes. And I don't know, when I go to the community events that we all go to, everyone's really welcoming. The people that I've met in the business community are all very, builder-uppers. Like, everybody's looking to build each other up.
Okay.
Instead of, the competition that sometimes in both our industries have a reputation for being pretty cutthroat. Yeah. But that's not something that I've really felt in Everett or Snohomish County.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah. How about you? What is it?
I mean, it's just the best place on planet Earth. I don't know what else to say. Okay, let's see. I think I agree. I agree with what Cami's saying. I mean, I think about my personal neighbors. I'm like, man, I don't even think I could move. Yeah. I'm like that person on HGTV that's like, I'm willing to move, but only within one block of my house.
Yeah.
You
love your neighborhood where you're at.
Yeah, my specific neighbors, my kids, second, third grandparent or whatever. So it's if we move, they would have to move with us. Obviously. I mean, not
Like
to say
everyone
that
in that street's
Yeah.
gotta go with you. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think that people are really it's weird because I think that people outside of Everett sort of think of Everett a certain way. But it's like if you actually go there and like look at the facts, like nobody ever leaves, man. Like it's weird. You know,
That's true.
That's
it's
so
weird
true.
because people are like, "Oh man, Everett's so blah 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 blah," and they give it like kind of like negative reviews. But it's like it's weird that this person right here's been here for like 60 years. Like,
I
don't get
relate
it.
to Everett because I'm from Tacoma, Puyallup, Tacoma, but I lived in Tacoma, and Tacoma is known as Grit City, and I relate Everett with that. Everett's Grit City. There's a lot of unfortunate things have happened in Everett, but they always make it through, you know, they got the grit. And I think that's why it's relatable right now. I feel like there's so many relatable things that the city is going through that people are like, I'm going through that in my own life. You know what I mean? Like there's so many relatable things about it. And so, do you agree on that, Ashley, being there for as long as you've been there?
Yeah. I mean, I think the thing that I think about is like maybe like transformation. Like I think it's kind of like on the edge of innovation.
Yes.
And so, you know, I think to be in that space, you know, you have to kind of accept that it's kind of weird, right? Like there's going to be conversations, conflict. There's going to be like together, apart, like, you know, there's going to be a lot of things happening and a lot of activity. And I think being on the edge of transformation is exciting. Like I think people want to be there. I think that people are excited about like, what's the future going to be like?
Because housing's changing in Everett. I mean, it has to. There's no way but up, right, from there. And I think it's doing amazing things. What communities are you both seeing in Everett that's just skyrocketing? Like areas? Is there specific areas you guys are seeing?
All the areas. I think it's all of Everett. I mean, so Everett, I think as far as like real estate wise, it's like the least expensive city in Snohomish County. So like the average house in Snohomish County is somewhere in the 800,000s. And in Everett, you're like probably like mid sixes. Okay. So I think from an investment perspective, even though you can find more expensive houses in Everett, I think for somebody that's like, hey, I want to maximize my investment, I mean, I think it makes a lot of sense to start there. I mean, I think obviously all of Snohomish County is going to grow, right? But Everett has a huge population. I mean, you know, compared to some of the cities on the outskirts.
Why do you think Everett is the least expensive city in Snohomish County? I
mean, I think it's just straight up numbers, right? Like, I think it's like the number of units that are there and the number of people, right? Like, I think once you do that math, you know, the other thing is like the areas that are on the outside, right? Like, you know, so I don't have a long history with that, like, you know, like maybe a decade, right? But it's my understanding that, you know, the schools maybe haven't always been the greatest, right? So people have been like, okay, you know, especially if they're, you know, families or whatever, they're going to go to places that are going to have better schools, right? So they might end up in like Mukilteo, or they're going to end up, you know, in like other places in Snohomish County that have a reputation for better education. And that's changed a lot. So, I mean, I think what you're going to see with the way that the Everett School District is going is you're going to start seeing those prices go up because people are going to be like, oh, okay, well, no, there are actually great educational opportunities. And then they're going to be looking at like all of the development. I mean, when you look at the downtown, when you look at what's happening on the waterfront, I mean, all of those houses, you know, like I would say probably from probably like mid Everett. So this is like kind of like Madison area all the way up north. I mean, all of those home values are going to be impacted because it's so easy to get to downtown.
It is.
It's like what?
With the freeway access now?
Freeway access. You go on Evergreen or whatever. You just take Rucker right up. I mean, I think, And then, you know, even those areas, you know, I think we're going to see more development. There's like a couple of streets that I can think of where it's like, oh, if there were an ice cream shop there and like a coffee shop and like a blah, 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 like in this little mall area, this would be
Are you scared of the development? Or are you excited about it? Some people like to keep the town the way it is.
What do you mean by scared?
Because I feel like people that when there's a big city like Everett still growing like that, I mean, it could be good or it could be bad. Some people want to leave it the way it is. Let's keep it nice and kind of still tight-knit, you know, feeling. Or you want it to grow and like make it one of the biggest cities in Washington.
I mean, I think it's impossible for it to stay small. So, I mean... whether or not I'm afraid of it. Like, I don't really have a lot of fear around it.
Yeah.
It's going to be whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So I think we just need to, be who we are, right? Be authentic people.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
But yeah, it's good. I think it'll be fine. It has like a bit of a small town vibe, right? Like,
yeah.
I think we're going to have infrastructure challenges, right? Because we don't really have the roads or the sidewalks, right? Like, there's so much.
Yeah.
Like, if the population were to double, it's like, Broadway is not really designed for that.
Yeah.
Like the way I-5 is right now. Like,
parking and all
it's
that.
like, man, I read an article one time, like probably about 5 years ago. It was like, Everett has the worst traffic in the nation.
What?
In the nation. And I was like, well, man, why is that? And I was like, well, what about like LA? I've been there before. Like, it seemed like the traffic was pretty bad. But here's the problem. LA has like 8 million people, right? Everett has 100,000, right? It is a mess. Going through I-5, or if you have to come across the flats, or if you have to go across,
what was the problem spots?
Like, if you have to go across, because pretty much to get to like Lake Stevens,
right,
from the main drag, you have to go through Everett and then go across, right? It's a mess, you know? And
especially during rush hour.
Yeah. And I was like, well, yeah, we're gonna have to deal with that.
Yeah, because there's no way you can prove
There's no other way. Yeah, and like to like actually disperse the traffic around.
Yeah, that will be a problem. Yeah. Yeah, but we still want people going to Everett. We love the city.
If they want to.
Yeah.
We only want cool people.
But I can't believe, we only want cool people. I think that's weird that they said in the nation though. Oh, I've been worse. Come on. Like, that's weird.
I think it was really about like the actual like impacted people, right? Like, if you have a population of 8 million,
right,
compared to 100,000,
right, that's true. You have to do the math and that too.
You gotta think about like the scale of it. It's like, we have definitely a scale problem. Yeah.
So, Cami, what is a misconception you think buyers have when they look in Everett for a home? What is the biggest misconception?
It's cheap.
Right. Yeah.
I can get something for $300,000.
Mortgage wise, it's always the cost. Like, people either think they can get a really cheap home still.
Yeah.
And that's not just Everett. That's,
everywhere.
they're like, oh yeah, 300,000.
Yeah.
But also what that monthly payment looks like. I still feel like people are remembering COVID rates and when they qualified for $500,000 or more, and then if you qualified just barely for $500,000 in 2020, with rates doubled, now you qualify for what, $250,000?
Oh my
so
God.
it's, mortgage wise,
that's crazy. That's so crazy. Do you think that people are there misconceptions like areas of Everett people think about when they look at homes?
That's an Ashley question.
Do I think there's misconceptions? I do think that people think it's going to be cheap.
Yeah.
Right? It is
Well, I'm talking
actually less expensive, but I think that people think that they're going to be able to just to buy a house.
But I'm talking about crime too.
Oh, crime. I think people are probably reading it pretty accurately. Like, they think there's crime there, and I think that crime happens in Everett.
Yeah. Like everywhere.
Yeah, like anywhere.
Yeah.
I think that there are certain areas that are more highly regarded, and I think people think it's going to be easy to buy in those areas, and then they find out that it's really hard. Like those areas, like maybe people don't leave as often, or they're much more expensive than they thought. So like, if you want to be in North Everett, you're probably not going to do North Everett for less than $500,000. If you need like a bigger house, you're probably looking at closer to $1 million.
Yeah. So when I go to Everett, the downtown area though has gotten so much better. There's so many more businesses, cafes, things like that. What do you think is attracting those small businesses to come in? Is it just cheaper rent?
Is it just cheaper? Do you think it's cheap rent? No, I don't think it's cheap rent.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the energy and atmosphere is definitely changed,
it's the vision,
right?
Man. Yeah. It's the vision, right? Like, it's like the draw, right? Like, I think that people are like following like the long-term vision of what's happening. Like, they're seeing the apartments that are coming in that are nice and new. They're seeing people come to festivals and community events, and they're seeing these coffee shops that are packed. I mean, you can't even find a chair in some of these places, you know?
I know, yeah.
And then it's like...
There's one every corner now, it seems like.
Yeah, and there's so many, right?
And there's busy.
And they're busy. They're slammed. Like, they're like...
All
like
of them.
out the door. It's like, man, okay. Like, I can't even sit down.
Yeah, yeah. And there are different types of coffee shops there. I went to one that was like a speakeasy looking coffee shop, one with books. It was just really cool atmosphere of different diversity. I feel like also is a big thing in Everett. It's very diverse, so for the businesses and the small businesses, I mean, has that helped a lot with homelessness? Has that been better, downtown?
This is a really good question. I mean, I think that there's a lot of people that are involved with the city and the county that really want to make a difference there. And I think there's a lot of nonprofit organizations that want to make a difference.
Yeah.
I think, there's just features of Everett, right? Like that's where all the services are kind of downtown. Mm-hmm. So if someone needs help with blank, whatever it is, housing, work opportunities, they're just going to come
There's
to downtown.
There's a lot of
Everett.
Resources in Everett for that too.
Yeah.
VOA.
Yeah, VOAs. This is what I'm saying. There's so many, and they're just all like right down on the downtown.
They're all right there to help people. That's why I think a lot congregate downtown. Not that it's dangerous like it used to be. It still can be, but it's not as much. But there's a lot of resources there and a lot of businesses that take people into for a warm, roof over their heads.
Yeah, but exactly. I mean, I think that you're kind of like really getting at like the thing that Cami and I are talking about. Like the people of Everett are just like really like big-hearted, caring people. Like it's just like it's like I don't know how to describe it, but like people are like willing to like provide food even if they might get in trouble by the law. Like there's like stuff. You watch some of the community groups and some of the action that individual community members are taking, and you can just see that they just really care about people.
Yeah.
And like, who doesn't want to be like around people that care about people? Like,
right.
I mean, it's like a no-brainer.
Because you guys are both involved in the Chamber of Everett. Right. That's a newer, it was there for a while, but it has exploded in the past, year?
Well, they just restarted it.
Restarted it.
Yeah.
And it is crazy big. It's in that fast year. Are you in any committees or... No, you just go to the parties. Ashley goes to parties.
Cami has an opinion about that. we will have to say that off air.
Okay, off air. Sorry.
But yeah, I think.
Are you guys still involved?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's great events. I think it's got a lot of like really good momentum and
it's because of what you're saying. I think what you just said, right? Yeah. It's the community vibe.
Yeah.
Of why it's grown so much. Is that kind of your... I just joined, so I haven't been to any actually events. Dawn has. Mm-hmm. And I want to go because every time I see videos, it's massive people going, and it's like...
It's got a huge business community.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think that the business community was like starving for a chamber, really. I mean, like I remember when I first moved to Everett, I looked for a chamber and I was like, there's no chamber. And then, like there was Economic Alliance Snohomish County, which is fine. So I would kind of go to their events and stuff like that. But I was kind of like, it was just perplexing to me. Like I didn't understand why Everett didn't have a chamber. It just didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah. And what are you seeing in the chamber right now? Is it making a big impact?
I think so.
Yeah. Are you guys, you're involved in so many, like Rotary, the Recovery Cafe. Yeah. The resources available, like I had talked about, is so huge. Why is that important to you to be involved in those?
Why is it important for you to be? Okay, so I let's see. I got into all of these different groups kind of for different reasons. So the Recovery Cafe, I got involved because way back, and I don't know if I have every single fact here, but there was like a company, I think it was like based out of California, that was like shipping opioids into the city of Everett that were being sold illegally and like really like getting people addicted and harming them. Mm-hmm. And I believe there's like a huge like lawsuit. So this was like before Cassie Franklin became mayor. So this is like way back. This is like literally like right when I moved. And someone was like, hey, do you want to become involved with this organization? So, the Recovery Cafe helps people that may have trauma from a lot of things, but substance abuse is involved with that. It could be being unhoused. It could be any trauma, like whatever. And I was like, man, I think our community is really going to need that kind of support for some time.
Yeah.
And I felt like it's a very growth oriented organization, and it really like dovetailed a lot with real estate to me, because in real estate, a lot of your business really depends on your ability to grow personally, And so like, to me, it's like the same.
Yeah.
The people that are going to the Recovery Cafe are on this journey of personal development and self-improvement and becoming their best selves. And so it just made sense. So I was like, okay, I'm involved. And so started that. So I've been on that board now. I think it'll be 7 years or 8 years.
Yeah. And you've seen an impact with the community.
Oh, 100%.
Because there was a drug epidemic a little bit in Everett.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
because of what you're saying.
I think we're still dealing.
And we're still dealing with it. I think we're dealing with it everywhere. I think Everett's been doing it.
Yeah.
And it's really important that you say that, because Everett, it was a misconception that there's a lot of drugs in Everett, there's things going on in Everett. But I think that, again, now though, there's so many resources too.
Yeah.
And so resources like Recovery Cafe are so important to that community, so important because of of that epidemic.
Yeah.
So Cami, I was going to ask you, because we met, or we were talking, that's why I got you both in here. And I want to talk about your partnership here, relationships and stuff like that. What really connected me to you both is you guys are really about your community, and you also connect well together on content, and you keep each other accountable. In your business, how important is that for you to have someone to partner with like that?
I think it's really important because when you are your business, like you're responsible for, I guess I don't get paid unless I'm
doing something,
doing loans,
yeah,
right? Like it's not like I can like have an off day or an off week and I'm still getting my whatever.
Yeah, you're still getting your paycheck. Yeah.
And so having like a structure, but then also having someone to hold you accountable,
to do those things. Yeah.
Because it has to be consistent.
Yes.
I can't do it once or twice a week. I can't do it a couple times a month. It has to be every day.
Yeah.
That you're like, for social media, like if you take a week off, and then you look at your metrics, you're like, what happened?
Yeah, right. Because you're not doing that.
Right.
You're not being. And consistencies are my word of the year too.
Right.
Is doing things consistently, and you've been doing that consistently since I met you, where you were under a rock, and you're like, I don't want to show my face anywhere, and now you're like all over. And I feel like that having a partnership has helped, and really being connected in business with someone that you guys, you can connect with, right? Because that's important when you have your own, and you guys have your own small business. I mean, so it's, you guys have to work together with people that, you trust.
I also think it helps because it's not an immediate result. So like I could call 50 people today and nothing results from that. It doesn't, you don't see results for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. So knowing that there's somebody else along for the ride.
Right. Because it can be really disappointing when you're like, oh, I made all these calls, but to have someone to relate to you, like, girl, I've been making those calls too, and no one answered my phone call. Right. It helps. It does.
It's so gentle what you're saying. You guys are like, when you're in hell, it's good to have some.
I relate to that though. I want someone in hell with me too. I'm not gonna be alone in hell. Oh my God. That's so funny. You guys are okay. So what I wanted to ask you too, Cami, about lending, how much does credit really matter? Like, what is one quick tip you can give a buyer who is thinking about buying a house with Ashley in Everett, who could only afford $600,000? What is that one tip you can give someone to start when they're starting to want to buy a home?
Well, credit is important. I think the first thing I would want people to know about credit before I gave them a tip is it is not the same as your value as a person.
Oh.
Like, I think a lot of people are really embarrassed and maybe don't even make that first call because they equate their credit score with whether or not they're a good or bad person.
So true. Yeah.
So that's the first thing. It's really easy to have really great credit if you have a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And if you have had any point in your life where you've struggled, it's much more challenging because the things that report to credit are things like your mortgage, your credit card, your loans. So if you're struggling and you don't own a home, then the things that you're paying first are your rent and your utility bills and, your childcare expenses. And those things don't report to credit unless you can't pay them.
Right.
So you're really at a disadvantage there. So first of all, don't equate your credit score with your self-worth.
And people use their credit and their money as their value, and there's a lot of emotions in that. And there's a lot of people that think, okay, I don't make enough. I'm late on my rent or whatever mortgage. I'm going to just give up because it's easy to build back your credit, right? If you want to do it.
I mean, it's
doable.
It's not always
it takes
easy.
time.
It takes time. Sometimes that's the thing is time. The other thing though is that you don't necessarily have to have a 780 credit score. Like you don't have to have perfect credit to purchase a home. So, with a conventional mortgage.
But isn't there a lot of regulations now? And people think buying is now the worst. So many strict rules now. You have to have a perfect credit. You have to have this, So you saying that actually is helping someone listening to this. I don't have to have a 780 credit score. Yeah.
Right. So there's conventional mortgages, but FHA loans and government loans are much more, their terms are much more lenient for people that maybe don't have perfect credit.
Okay.
And I think homeownership can also help to improve your credit because if you have a mortgage payment, then now your housing expense, the first thing that people normally pay, that's what you're going for, right?
Right.
You're looking at your bills and you're like, I only have this much money. The first thing to get paid is what's going to keep a roof over your head.
So that was going into that. Is there any specific loan programs or Washington State programs that buyers should know about?
Well, it'll depend on the person.
Yeah.
There's a lot of down payment assistance available out there. So I would say don't let not having
a down payment
prevent you from purchasing. There are also programs that are available or even just general loan programs that allow for lower credit scores. And I think it's important to not be afraid to have the conversation. And whoever you're most comfortable with talking to first is who you should reach out to, whether that's a real estate agent or a lender or whomever, because then if you're comfortable with that person, they can connect you with someone they think that you would also be comfortable with.
Sure.
But having that lending conversation to know, even if you're not ready yet, now you know what you need to do to be ready. And you can take that first step and you can work with a lender for years until you're ready to purchase. Just keep checking in.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Even though you want it now, maybe it's just not the right time. It just does take some time to get to that. And it's so important to have a strong lender and a realtor to tell you these things, is what I'm hearing. And you guys are pretty honest with your clients. From what you're telling me, that's a hard thing to tell them. You're not ready yet. But how can you tell someone that's saying, okay, I want to buy, I'm ready. They don't have a down payment, and then they're looking in Everett and it's $650,000 to buy a home and they can't afford that payment. I mean, how do you get through those hurdles? Because that's happening with inflation, right? And home prices, economy, with how people are getting paid. It's just buyers an experience like me, or, people are listening. How is there hope? Is what I'm asking.
Don't get a dream home until you get a pre-approval.
Yeah. Well, I think there's definitely hope. I think one thing that's really important is I think that people, I know that I don't want to do this and I know that Cami doesn't want to do this. I don't think that we want to put people into worst financial situations.
Yes.
Okay.
I love
and
that.
So while it's great idea to buy a house, I think that the timing for that individual is really important. And, it doesn't make a lot of sense for me, just kind of my personal ethics. I don't want someone that you know, and, you know, maybe this is like not my really like my position to make that judgment call, but like if they're like on the very edge of like being approved, you know, like that makes me feel uncomfortable. Like knowing like, hey, they're, you know, maybe they're getting a mortgage payment that's going to put them in danger because, you know, they get a flat tire or, you know, life happens. It could be anything. You have a medical emergency and now you have to come up with $2,000 or whatever.
Right. Do you have those conversations?
That person at risk.
Yeah. Do you have those conversations with your buyers?
You know, it depends on who the buyer is.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it might be a conversation that, you know, maybe between the lender and myself. Right. But, you know, you can be pre-approved to like a pretty, to me, like, you know, maybe past a risk tolerance, you know, like, you can be pre-approved all the way up to like half of your income before taxes. You know, and so like to me, it's like,
and people get excited. Yeah,
they get excited, but you know that is not necessarily like the best financial position or financial plan for you know somebody. You know, it just and again, it depends on the person. And so, I mean, while maybe the market might be great for buying. You know, or man, like I would love to sell something to somebody. Like sometimes it's just not the right time for them. Like sometimes, you know, maybe they need to take a little more time and just have a little bit more money in savings. Just have like emergency.
That's great
cushioning.
advice.
You know, I don't know. You know, like it just depends. Again, it's all specific to the person. But I think a lot of times we get a little bit like folks get distracted by or like sucked into like what the market is doing and not really thinking about what's right for them.
That's so right. Yeah.
You know, like what is right for you right now? It may be to just rent for another couple of years because rents are half the cost of owning.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And
isn't
that
ridiculous? Crazy?
I know it sucks.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah. And it's so nice of you to say that because in your industry too, it's hard time. You need to get that sale, right? You need to have that business, but to have ethical standards like you have, it's really important too, and it helps you sleep at the end of the day. But I want to ask you too, Ashley, for a buyer, what do you wish most buyers would understand when they go to you?
I wish they would understand. I think it's really about their personal timing. Like I think it's never been easier to buy a home. I know that it seems like it's not, but you know, policies and all that stuff have really gone in the direction to make homeownership as accessible as possible. I mean, like Cami is saying, you don't even have to necessarily worry about a down payment. Just take your mind back 40 years. Like you had to have a down payment. Like there are programs now that allow you to like, you know, there's grant programs. There's all these different things around, right? So, you know, I think that there's like kind of like a mindset shift there where it's like, okay, it's actually pretty easy to buy. Now, what I need to do is think about what my financial plan is and think about what I want my life to look like. You know, like I think a lot of people feel like they're not in control of their lives.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's like you can literally like right now do whatever you want. You just need to like call it out and
manifest
go in that
it.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
And
I
go
believe
in
in
that direction and start taking the steps to get there.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, I mean, you got to figure out where you are.
Right.
Like, where are you right now and where do you want to be? And, you know, there's professionals all over the place that are like, again, it's easier to buy than probably any other time in history. Like, especially even in the United States, like go talk to people in Canada. Talk to them about their mortgages. It's different.
Yeah.
Don't you talk to people in London.
Seriously.
About what it's like to get a mortgage there.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean.
Talk to someone in LA. I mean.
Seriously. But like, you know, like I think for better or for worse, you know, like we live in like a pretty amazing area, right? Like we have a lot of civil liberties. We have a lot of freedoms here.
Yeah.
And it's easier than ever to buy a house.
And I'm so glad you're saying that because people right now aren't thinking they have a lot of civil liberties, but also like people think Washington's the next California and it's so expensive now here and never buy a house here. Don't buy it here. And it's not like that. It's still thriving.
Yeah. Well,
it's
why
still
is it
thriving.
expensive though?
Yeah.
See, this is the question, man.
Right.
Why is it expensive, Cami?
Well,
tell me your opinion. Why?
Tell us why.
Like, what can you access here that you can't access in a place cheaper?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We're making investments right now. We're investing in schools. We're investing in infrastructure. Like, of course, it's going to be more expensive. Duh.
Yeah. Right.
Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? We want services. We want to be able to give people meals. and houses for free.
Yeah.
I would say an example of that is the boys go to Emerson Elementary in Everett, and they have free lunch for everybody. All the students get free lunch.
You told me that, and I was blown away.
They have a dentist that comes in, and kids that don't have dental care can get dental care. They have a dual language program. They're learning 2 languages. And this is all available here in Everett. And so if I have to pay more for my property taxes, I am glad to.
Yeah, that is such a good point that you just made. And we don't have that everywhere. I mean, that speaks a lot for the community, the politics there that's happening. And everything's so accessible. You're so right. So duh. Like
I don't know, I guess how do you do that? How do you provide free lunch for an entire population?
How do you do that? Yeah.
Right. I mean, it doesn't just like we still have to pay the people to cook it.
Yeah.
Right? Like those people get benefits, right? Like, like all these people still have to get a paycheck. We still have to buy the food. I mean, it's not like the food just comes out of nowhere. And so it's like, I think that, the community has made a decision that we're going to invest in this way. And there's just costs that come with that,
there is,
and it just is what it is. If you don't want to live in a community like that, then move to West Virginia. I know.
Anyone listening that's from West Virginia, we love it there,
Virginia,
but sometimes,
okay? Move to West Virginia.
I love it. Oh my God. So I love this point, and why it just really speaks for the city of Everett. That's why I wanted to have this conversation, because there is so much work that's being done, but you guys understand we still have to pay for the cooks. And food banks are still needing food, and there's so many things that are still lacking, but we're still choosing to give our free lunches to our kids, and that does speak a lot for what's happening there. So for you guys, how do you support though? I'm going to ask you first, Cami. How do you support and give back to your community, you personally?
I guess my involvement with the boys' school is my personal involvement with the community of Everett. Motto also does food drives and stuff like that. And then just being a part of the community, showing up, going to events.
And have you seen that you've been doing that? Because you've been doing that so much. It's helping you personally, but it's helping your business too. People are seeing that from you, like you really care. Yeah,
it helps me. It helps my business. It helps me personally. And I think it helps my family. I feel like the boys have a great community to grow up in and are supported by
everyone around you.
Yeah.
Which is a good feeling.
The whole community. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. How about you? Well, Rhea, I do everything around here.
No. I mean, I think probably the biggest thing I do is like my involvement with the Everett Recovery Cafe. I mean, I think so. I'm involved with the Rotary Club, but that's newer, and they do a whole lot with the youth. So, I mean, I love going out and they give out scholarships, so interviewing young students and stuff like that and talking to them. And I think park cleanups, I don't know, whatever, whatever someone needs, give me a call. If I can't do it personally, I probably could connect you. I think, it's great. I love doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I can tell you guys really do. So, what local businesses, if you don't mind me asking, do you love to support? What's something in Everett?
Well, I know. Well, we have a scout.
Tell me, I want to know.
Businesses on there.
Yeah, all the businesses. Come on.
Yeah, but is there a favorite?
Do I have a favorite? Not really. I mean, I enjoy coffee, so I hit a lot of coffee shops.
Yeah.
I mean, if I can be in Everett and get whatever done there, I try to do that. So like yesterday, it was my daughter's birthday, so we went and we got cupcakes from the cakewalk shop. So we went and did that. That was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Favorites.
Yeah. I mean, all of them are great. We love Mom and Pop's Cakery. The boys love Mom and Pop's Cakery. They have pinball. They have soda floats, and I just think it's such a cute little spot.
Yeah.
Any I go to all the businesses up and down Hewitt because my office is on Hewitt.
Okay. So, yeah.
There's Artisan is a beautiful coffee shop with lots of. It's a very welcoming space, and there's books to buy. It's like the only kind of bookstore Everett has.
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay, so I'm going to ask a business question. I'll ask you, Ashley. I'm going to be a buyer. I want to buy a house. I'm coming to you. First thing you're going to tell me to do?
Get pre-approved.
Okay.
No, I don't know. Okay. No, I'm not going to tell you that. I think we would probably just sit down and have a conversation and tell me what you want. Like, what's your vision? What do you want to do with your life? You know, like, how do you, it's more like, how do you want to live? You know, and I think that's going to kind of like help you decide what areas, because, you know, Everett is not right for everybody. Maybe you need to be on a,
Because you're not just in Everett. You're all
right.
like, around
maybe
there.
you want to have like a farm, you know, like I would say probably not Everett. Like,
yeah.
you know,
I like that you want to have that discussion and sit down with people, because it's a big investment. It's scary. And where do you want to be in your life? It's like, I would be cut off guard. Like, what do you mean? Oh gosh, now I have to really think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I mean,
a big question.
it's a big deal, right? It's
Yeah.
like, I mean, because the home represents a lot of things. It's like where you're going to have all these memories, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, where do you want to do that?
Do you think it's this, like we talked about, is the seller's market? Is it going to be harder for sellers right now?
I mean, I think it's still like relatively easy for them. Maybe not as easy as it was in the past, but I think if they can be realistic about what's going on in the market, like as far as like interest rates and buyer interest and all that stuff, I think they'll do really well.
So I have so many questions about sellers I just thought of. Do you have those sellers that you're going to have to be like, listen,
Oh yeah, we have this conversation.
bro, you got to paint that wall.
all the time.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I think that there's sometimes people's personal taste and then kind of like what the market wants.
Yes.
And I think that sometimes is not the same.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, houses will sell, you know. I mean, I saw a listing the other day. I mean, there were some very uniquely painted cabinets in there. I don't know, you know, and it's not always practical to fix that.
Yeah.
You know, so, and that happens. And somehow those houses still sell. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, haven't you seen, there's seen houses like, wow, that's old.
Yeah. I've looked at houses where I'm like, there's a smell in here. I don't know.
It's very unique. But, you know, it just goes to show that there's like, you know, there's kind of like a house for everybody.
Yeah.
And like everybody's like their own unique
Someone bought that house. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Someone like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. What's the average house on the market right now?
Was it what the price?
The average house, how long?
Oh,
right
how
now
long
you're
is
seeing?
it on? It depends on the area. So it's somewhere probably between 30 to 60 days, depending on what city. The market's kind of shifting a little bit now, though. Like interest rates kind of went down. We're coming out of winter,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I think if the like sort of like political climate calms down and people feel like less afraid, like I think it'll be a little
Do you
bit
think
better.
that's going to happen?
I mean, someone's going to take advantage of the market. So I mean, I think the question is who will,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if that calms down, I think people will start buying more houses and all that stuff. But I don't know. You know, the
Right.
market's going to do what it does.
It's going to do what it does.
It's going to do what it does.
How about you for lending? How long does it take to get approved, pre-approved?
Depends on your situation. I mean, I can pre-approve somebody in a day if they have all their stuff ready.
Oh gosh.
You know, like if they come to me and they fill out an application and send me
Yeah.
their pay stubs and their W-2 forms and their bank statements, and they have really straightforward income, easy peasy.
Yeah.
If
yeah.
we have to do a lot of follow-up, or if they don't have their documents, or, you know, then it can take a little longer. If we have to, you know, find a unique program for them.
Sure.
It can take a
Sure.
little
Have there been
longer.
some challenges that you're seeing a lot more lately, or?
Yeah, I mean, when rates went up, in I think an effort to prevent any sort of like mass housing crisis, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac kind of tightened their belts and things were a little more stringent. So, you know, it was harder to get approvals on things that maybe I could have gotten an approval on in 2020. But FHA loans are available and really help sometimes when something
Sure.
can't go through Freddie or can't go through Fannie.
Yeah, there's options. Yeah. I do want to ask this question. How does home ownership impact families and neighborhoods long term?
This is such a good question.
Yeah.
I think it sort of depends on what your perspective is, right? Like I think some people think that homeowners do better being in the community, right? Like just generally. But I think that what we're probably going to see here in the future is it's either going to become even, or, you know, like people that are renting and people that are owning houses, like there's not really like a difference. because we have a lot more people that are professionals, that are really highly educated. They know what they're talking about, that are getting involved in the community, even though they're renting a house.
And we're craving that community.
Yeah. So I mean, I think particularly for Everett, because I think Everett is like maybe like 65% rental, something like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's really high, some number like that. And I think, those folks, they're involved in the community. They're on city council. They're in like the planning commission. They're all in these like different leadership roles and all that stuff. And so I think probably the old lore was that if people own a house, they'll take better care of it. Okay. But I think that's going to shift quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Cami? What do you think?
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I think the traditional thought is that if you own a house, you're tied to that community. But if people are invested in the community because of other things, maybe the school, maybe because they're on city council, maybe because of the, I don't know, amazing waterfront, whatever it is that keeps them there, then they're going to be just as invested as a homeowner.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have a business maybe or whatever, They're
Yeah.
just invested in the community.
Okay, so one last question. What do you see for the future of Everett?
It's amazing. Move immediately.
Yes.
You're gonna miss. You've already missed the boat. It's kind of like the boat is going very slowly away, and you could swim out still if you just I'll throw you a noodle out.
I was just going to say the waterfront is so amazing. More things come. But is that what you think? Just,
Of course.
like, the future's bright.
I think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the future there too. In my opinion, and I've been in Everett in my business with some not great things, but also seeing the good out of that too is trauma's there, but there's resources there as well. And there's people around you that can help you, but also the small businesses are just insanely growing and people are trusting each other a little bit more. So I really do feel like for me, the future of Everett is going to get better and bigger with the events and with the waterfront coming and with the housing, is going to get even better. And so I just feel really like people need to really go to Everett, check it out, call Ashley if you want to buy a house, get with Cami, but also really love it, like explore it. Don't be scared to walk down the street on Hewitt and Broadway. Explore it. Go in those shops and coffee shops and stuff like that.
Well, yeah. And all the events, right? So we have Village Theater. We have all the things that are happening at Angel of the Winds. They're supposedly going to build this baseball field. I mean, like all of that is very close. I mean, much easier than going to Seattle. I mean, you're like right down the street.
So much easier and better now.
Could you imagine having to go to Seattle from Camino?
No.
Sounds crazy.
Everett's way better and kind of nicer right now, for sure. But it's gotten so much cleaner too, I feel like. And we've been out there helping clean it up ourselves. So I feel like it's just such a great place. So anything you guys want to mention before we go at all? I know that everyone can find you. Why don't you say your website and how they can find you?
So I'm on the socials, Cami Anthony Home Loans. And my website is cami-anthony.com.
And we'll also post that too. But yeah, no, I want to make sure you're on the social media, your handles.
Yeah.
And then Ashley.
I mean, you can just Google me.
Yeah, Google Ashley Bolden.
Just Google Ashley Bolden real estate or whatever.
You'll see their reels. You'll see their reels. Well, thank you guys for coming. We have to do a part 2 because I actually have so much more housing questions that I know people want to know about. But I'm really happy you guys came. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us. It was good. It was fun.
It was fun. Yeah.